Hello, hello, everyone. Welcome to the first episode of the More You Know podcast. I am your host, Chef Will Wagner, and I am so happy to be here today with you all. And it is Thursday afternoon, a beautiful sunny day in Scottsdale, Arizona. And just wanted to come on here. And my guest today um, had some issues come up, and she is not going to be able to join us. We will be, we will miss her, and we hope everything is good with her. And but we just wanted to come on here and give a little chit chat, and let's see what's going on in everyday life. So it's been a really kind of a wild ride the last couple of months and weeks, and just putting this podcast together was a lot of work, but it was a tremendous, a lot of fun, and it was just an joy to see everything come together and watch it all play out, and talking with a lot of people, getting up, lining up guests and topics of conversation. So it's been a blast putting this together, but. The reason I put this together is basically just giving everybody a place to come to get support and try to give everybody some information that you don't know, which is hence why it's called The More You Know, to give information and to help people through some tough times, and maybe there's somebody out there that's listening that will get benefit from our words of wisdom. And I know from my own story where I came from about 4 years ago, was a very, very dark place. And I had to learn to get up and walk on my own 2 feet and put the past behind me and move on. And it's been a bumpy, mountainous terrain, treacherous, all kinds of good stuff, bad stuff. It's been a wild ride, and but I will say it's been worth every minute of it, which just brought me here to you today to start speaking out on the topics that I love, which is health, wellness, fitness, journey, struggles, what really motivates you to get out of bed every day and face the world. I know for me, it's been tough personally, and a little bit of um, fun professionally, and just putting it out there. And I know a lot of people are struggling, and just to let everybody know, I'm here to listen and to help. If anybody needs to reach out, I can be reached on Instagram at Chef Will W, and or you can email me at willwagner21@gmail.com. Um, so let's chat a little bit, see what's going on. How's everybody feeling? I'm feeling a little anxiety because I'm extremely excited for this launch of this podcast, and I just decided about a month ago that I needed to get life moving in a different direction because where I was going is not where I want to be. And to my effort to keep leveling up in my life, I got to keep doing uncomfortable things. And I got to keep being vulnerable. So, are you vulnerable on a daily basis? If not, why? And if you can't be, then you're surrounding yourself with the wrong people. Um, Being vulnerable and being true to yourself and being authentic are some of the blessings of life. Um, when people know the authentic version of you, um, that's a blessing because not only for you but for them. Um, I was given a gift 4 years ago of the first person in my life at that stage finally just listened to me, and which was a big step in the right direction because it was very. I mean, it was very rare that people listened, truly listened for what it was. And I was struggling. I was struggling emotionally, struggling mentally, physically. I've struggled with weight problems my entire life, and I've lost over 200 pounds and gave up soda, gave up um, a lot of bad things that I enjoy eating, because we don't realize we are what we eat. And if you're putting McDonald's in your body every day, and if you're putting in junk food and salty drinks and I'm sorry, sugary drinks and salty snacks and all of that in your body every day, well, your body's going to come to the realization that you just don't care. And once you figure that out, that you do care, then everything will start falling into place, because you got to start caring for yourselves. Got to start doing some self self love. Got to show yourself some self love, and I know that's hard for this big guy to keep showing up for. It's not easy. It's not easy doing things for myself. It's not easy putting boundaries in place with people that I love and people that I adore, um, for my better self care. And I'd be the first one to step in line. I am terrible at self care. It's a struggle sometimes to get out of bed and go to the gym and keep pushing forward. But I know that it's good for me, and I know it's what I need to do. So here we are, Thursday afternoon, and did I go to the gym this morning? Yeah, for a little bit. I didn't do a heavy workout, and I just wanted to get my body moving and get stretched and get motivated, and let's go. Got to get this going. Um, there's a lot of motivational factors in place of why we do the things we do, and most of it is mindset. And you got to make up your mind every day to do it for you, not anybody else, not your spouse or that special someone or kids or whatever it is. You got to do it for you, and no matter what anybody says to you, um, you know, screw them. They don't know you like you know you, and until you know you, you're not good to anybody else. And that's what I had to learn. I had to learn how to. I needed to learn will, and I needed to learn that it was okay to ask for help. It's okay to say I don't know something, and those are big pills to swallow, especially for being a man. And whew, it can be tough sometimes to look at somebody and admit that you don't know everything and you don't. Um, you need help, especially with the simple things. And you know, 4 years ago, I was in a very, very bad, dark place, and I just looked up, talked to universe, talked to God, talked to whoever was listening that particular evening, and I said, I need help. I surrender. And help came into a form of an Instagram post from my now life coach, and it's been the greatest change of my life. It was brought on by him and his community, because he taught me how to live and take care of myself, and I was I didn't want to be seen. I didn't want to be heard. I didn't want to be anything. I just wanted to keep the norm. Don't want to upset the apple cart, per se. And I have a very, very rocky childhood, and it took a lot of motivation on my end to get rid of that, because I was carrying around a lot of that aggravation and a lot of that hurt and a lot of that pain. Um, I'm not afraid to say that my parents were not the greatest. Um, they were very abusive. They were very um, not the most motivating people, not the most loving people at all. Um, I can't remember a time where you know they told me that they loved me, and that's very important. If you're a parent, you got to tell your kids you love them. Even when you're mad, you got to tell them you love them. You can't let them think that they're not loved because they need to be. And even as an adult, you got to tell each other that you love each other, um, and mean it. Don't just say the words, because anybody can just say the words, but you got to look at them and say, "I love you." And even when you're mad, even when you're just pissed off, you got to tell somebody that you love them and mean it, and look them in the eye, and hold that truth to yourself that you do love them and they will love you back. Because if they don't, well, then they're not worth being in your life. And all of us have a great deal to offer each other. All of us have a great deal to offer everyone in the world. And every day I get up and you know mountains of homeless people, people going hungry, and we're in America. We shouldn't have people living on the streets and going hungry, especially this time of year. We're going into the holiday season, the season of the birth of the of Jesus, and you know you got to forgive people. You got to move on. You got to help them. You got to love them. You got to care. And if you don't, well, I'm sorry, but I love you. I will do anything possible to help everybody, even giving them the last $5 in my bank account to help make their life better. I will do that. I was sitting at a coffee shop a couple of days ago, and I was watching a lady put some ornaments on a Christmas tree that were with names and types of gifts that people wanted. Come to find out, these were all elderly people and what they wanted for Christmas. Um, so the couple of them had, this woman wanted a blanket, and this other woman wanted a crossword puzzle with colored pencils, and I'm like, that's easy. I can do that. You got no matter how it comes, you got to help, you got to love, you got to show support. I volunteer at St. Mary's Food Bank every once in a while, and the overwhelming um, feeling that you get of accomplishment and love from being in there, helping to change somebody's life, making sure that they get fed, um, is a tremendous feeling of proudness for yourself. Yes, I did something to help other people. So I encourage you, get out and volunteer, get out and do something for your fellow people in your community, or the kids in your area. Um, it baffles me why we have children starving in this great nation of ours. Why we have veterans homeless on the street baffles me. We spend millions and billions of dollars on foreign aid and everything else going on. That, but we need to take care of our own citizens. Um, so enough of that rant, because I don't want to offend anybody, and these are just my points of view, and you know they're mine, and I own them. But again, everybody just needs to support one another and keep moving forward. We need to help make each other better and support, and just be there. Give them the gift of listening. So anyway, that is my Thursday afternoon chat, motivation, whatever you want to look at it as. And I hope you're all doing extremely well. And I just want to give a big shout out to my coach, Colin Nagelsfield, and his program, Beyond Impact. Um, Without the teachings of that program, I wouldn't be sitting here in front of all of you today. Um, he taught me how to communicate. He taught me how to open my mouth and let it out. What are you feeling? What are you looking at? How do you see things? What do you know? And yeah, great coach, great teacher. You know, I encourage you to, if you want to learn how to be more vocal and more self-aware, and you want people to see you for who you truly are, is, if you need help, reach out to somebody, reach out to your leaders in your communities, and reach out to your spouses if you need help, or reach out to your own life coach if you need one. Again, let me know. I'm happy to recommend a few. I know some really great people, and But yeah, so anyway, I will be back next Thursday at 2 o'clock for another episode. And we'll be talking about life and talking about perseverance, and we'll talk about a lot of things. But I wish everybody a great Thursday afternoon. And again, we're here for you. We're here to support you and support each other. And yeah, so thanks for listening, and we'll be back next week. Have a great afternoon, everybody.